From this video, we will start examining the exterior lighting. Now we see a so-called golden hour. It is the time for the sunset. It's kind of an atmospheric, pleasant and warm picture. This very color is used frequently because of the association with the comfort. It's using a single HDRI which is also applied to the sky. I used color correct, made this HDRI more contrast and increased exposure a bit. I also searched the proper light position. I didn't do anything else. Now I set it to 0 position and we see that light immediately changes. Now it has a different nature. We're starting with the sun, with the morning aka evening light. As we see now, HDRI in 0 position does a good job of it. It can be both sunrise and sunset. Go to Light, Corona, Corona Sun, and put our sun in this position. Click on Add Corona Sky Environment. Corona will ask you, do you wish to rewrite previously used HDRI? In order not to change the exposure, though you could do it as well, we go to Corona Sun and set the lowest possible value of intensity. Because we have our map overwritten now, Corona Sky is located in the slot formerly belonging to HDRI. We moved it and set approximately the same value of intensity. These two parameters should be roughly the same. We see the haze. Originally, there was no haze at all. I'll delete it now. We get a render with no haze or fog effects. I also increased the value of white balance to 8500 to make the picture warmer and checked the LUT box. I didn't even change its standard parameters, by the way. That's how it works. It adds additional warmth to the picture. You can try to adjust the sun position, to get beautiful glare and beautiful shade from the sun. You can lower the glare intensity and set color intensity by default. Now, in order to turn on the volumetric lighting and to see light rays, we need to open Materials, this is our maps and this is our materials. We need to find Corona MTL in it. Set the gray color and then apply this map to light settings, global volume material. Go to Settings, set a higher value for distance. Always change it in accordance with your fog density. The bigger the value, the more diffused is the fog. For example, if we halve it, the fog will become denser. Absorption in materials works the same way. So if we lower the distance by 5 times, density will be increased by 5 times. Let's set a higher value and increase directionality. The higher the value, the more the volume will be focused from the bright light source. In this case, it is the sun. We're starting to see the light rays here. Let me lower distance by 5 times in order to increase density. As you can see, the fog cleared here. It concentrated in this area, at the light source. Let's try to change the position of the sun and place it on the right. So, we got quite a good and warm color for the morning. All is set according to it. You can make it colder if you wish. I feel like this is how the morning should look like, when the light looks cold. Let's keep LUT on. Our rays here start to come through the trees. If we lower this value, the fog will be scattered across the picture. Let's see how it works. Here are our light rays. We lower directionality to 0.3. And we see that the fog starts to spread evenly. At current directionality value, we need to lower density by increasing the distance parameter. We see how density of the fog changes. Let's lower distance a little bit more. Increase distance twice. Such sun glare is possible, but probably not allowed for commercial visualization. The reason is that it distracts the viewer from the main object, the building. That's why we lower glare 5 times and see how it will work. Lower bloom 4 times. Let's look at what settings do we have. Exposure for proper shades and enough light. Highlight compress. White balance is set on default for now. I've added contrast, lowered saturation to 0. This is looking too bright now, so you can lower saturation a bit more. You can always increase it in Photoshop. I added a little bit of Filmic highlights. Filmic shadows add contrast to shades only. Don't get too used to these two parameters. Add some vignette. It adds a frame and focuses the viewer. The LUT parameter is standard and opacity is 40%. I also increased blur of our flare. It's fine, but looks better with a blur. Turn sharpening on. Let's move the sun behind the camera. This position is also interesting, as you can see. It's also possible. We can even make it lower. It's also quite interesting. So let's try to make the sky less bright. You can increase exposure in tone mapping setting for this purpose. Only this time we turn off the sun and replace Corona Sky with HDRI. Take Corona Bitmap. You can use any HDRI. Apply through Corona color correction. Move light settings to a slot. And run interactive render. Turn off LUT. And keep lowering exposure. With this HDRI, we get an evening lighting. The sun is superimposed over this. We forgot to turn it off. I also turn off the light That gives additional noise to this area. It is very distracting. Besides, it is made with the help of Corona Light MTL. That's why it's too much noise. This is much better. Now we can turn off the light inside the building. It's made of 2 Corona Light spheres. I turn it on. Temperature is warm. Wait for interactive renders update. Light intensity is very high, as we can see. If the camera is exhibited in the external space, there will be an overexposure inside the building. I lower the light intensity until the acceptable value. There shouldn't be strong overexposures, especially from 2 light sources. It's still bright outside, and contrast between internal and external lights is not so high. If it's harder to see the glass, if reflection becomes weaker, you can make it brighter. Reflection of the glass has already been increased from this angle. However, you can increase it a bit more. It's almost done. Let's use 720. Here we have strong sun, weak sun, and a standard sun as well. This time we take the strong one. Lower the exposure again. Put the sun back. It's also quite beautiful and atmospheric light. Volumetric lighting works here as well. Now let's put the sun somewhere here, in this area, or behind the building. We will move the sun with a negative value. Our sun appears here. Let's continue to move it. Now the sun is behind the tree. We can increase glare this time. Add some contrast to HDRI, though it has enough contrast already, and make it brighter to straighten our volumetric lighting. Make it a bit brighter again. and increase Filmic highlights. Now we will try to change value of distance. We make the fog denser. It's too much, but we can set a tighter focus to scatter the fog. The value is still too high. I halve the fog density, increase directionality, and distance a bit more. I also lower contrast and set the default value of saturation by right-clicking on it. Maybe it's better to lower it. Lastly, we move the sun over there. Let's give it a shot. As you can see, the sun is at quite an interesting point now. The sunlight is actually coming through the building. The sunlight illuminates this area. It looks interesting. Okay, let's keep moving it. That's also beautiful solution. The only downside of HDRI is that you cannot move the sun vertically. You can try to leave the sun, but it may look unnatural. The light may start to work incorrectly, and we lose our background. I set render to this region to see how our volumetric lighting and rays look like. After auto-saving, the render starts again. So you can experiment and rotate it as you wish. This process is very interesting, as you can see. You can try different versions of HDRI. Corona Sun together with Corona Sky does the good job as well. Now the sun went behind the trees, leaving a beautiful ray over there. However, the picture is not symmetrical anymore and doesn't match the proper external visualization. Let's rotate it some more. It's better to turn off the light while looking from this angle. It's a good perspective, but there is an overexposure on the glass of the building. It looks natural, but it forms the bright light spot. It's distracting. Now I set a higher value. and we get a very interesting lighting as a result. Without the background, it looks flat, but we see all details instead. While on this angle, we can lower our HDRI a bit to get even longer shadows. If you found this video interesting, like it and subscribe to the channel.